It seems like they never learn. I legitimately don't understand. Dani Olmo to Barcelona is a here we go confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. We are yet to see a confirmation from Barcelona themselves. But basically, when a here we go just drops, we basically can guarantee 99% that it's gonna happen. But I think it's an issue. I think it's a problem. I don't understand why Barcelona did it. Because even though Barcelona is in a way better financial state, they're making money. They're almost back to the 1-2-1. So they're able to spend this money. But when it comes down to the CM position, let's start with this. So at the beginning of the transfer window, there were two names that were highly connected to Barcelona. We had Joshua Kimmich from Bayern Munich, and then we have Nico Williams. Two positions that everyone and their mama knew that Barcelona needed. They need a DM because they don't have one. They do in Frankie de Jong, but he's not that great at it anymore. He's not his true position. He's more of a CM. And then they let Oriol Romeu go out on loan to, I think it's Girona, which doesn't really make sense, does it? Because if you're gonna let go the only other player that's competing for that position, regardless if you think he's good enough, he's still a player that you have there for depth, for rotation, just in case something was to happen. And you let him go. Then Kimmich was rumored, and then nothing happened. Those rumors went away. So the discussion and everything, Fabrizio Romano stopped talking. I don't know if he said that Joshua Kimmich was going to stay at Bayern, if he was going to stay until his contract, if he's renewing his contract. I forget what the situation was. But that goes out of the way. They don't go for Onana. They don't go for... I don't know what other CDMs were in the market, but you know what I'm saying. They didn't go for any other CDM. So they put their focus on Nico Williams, who after the Euros, you could tell he has a connection to Lamine Yamal in a way that very few players at his age are valuable such a big investment. You know what I'm saying? Like, not only you prove that your star player or your star in the making in Lamine Yamal has a connection with him, you already saw it on the field. They're not only just from the same nation. They don't not only play for the same national team, but they complement each other. They were looking for each other on that field. So you go for that statement. You go for that signing. You do it. In Deco, I don't... Bro, I really want to give the benefit of the doubt to Deco, but the more time passes, the more transfer window happens, it just seems like he's not good at his job. I'm sorry, but it just seems like he's not good at his job. And Nico Williams had a release clause, I believe, of like 57, 58 million. And of course, in football, for my American fans, or for the people that just don't watch football and they only watch other sports, in American sports, once the teams agree on a deal, the player cannot say anything because what you're trading there is the value of his contract to your payroll, and you're in return get other players that match that same amount of contract, that same amount of money. In football, you have two steps. You have first, most of the time you go first to the player and then to the club. Because if you convince the player, then the player says like, hey, I want to sign with them. I already have agreed. You just got to agree for a fee. And most of the time the clubs are going to say like, well, he wants to leave. We already have a place to go. And we can sell him, right? In this case, the release clause was already there for Nico Williams. And Barcelona, for some reason, was never able to, like, just the announcement. Everyone thought, like, oh, Nico Williams is going to go to Barcelona. Nico Williams to Barcelona. Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams look so good. Nico Williams is liking pictures of the Barcelona players and, like, rumors and stuff like that. But the more the time went, the more you started saying, like, why has he not announced it? And if he's going to stay, why hasn't he said anything? And then the rumors start coming out that, like, hey, this is the first season for Athletic Bilbao in Europa League that Iñaki, his big brother, Iñaki Williams, and Nico are going to play together. And supposedly, Nico and Iñaki made a deal that no matter what happened, they will play together at least one season in Europe. And Lord behold, they have this season to do it. So what happens? Nico randomly today shows up at the athletic stadium, or not at the athletic stadium, the athletic training field, and he starts making videos out, but Nico, how are you? You doing good? Yes, blah, 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 blah. Then he grabs the phone, he takes over for a video on the Instagram page, and what does he do? Hey, athletic fans, I'm so excited for next season. I cannot wait to start and play for you guys in the next couple weeks. That just crumbles the deal for Barcelona, right? Barcelona fans in my mentions, they're heartbroken that the deal that was supposed to be their statement on the table does not become their statement on the table. Now the two Madrid teams, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, are moving mad. You're talking about Real Madrid signing Kylian Mbappe, their star boy, the final jewel of the crown, and then you have Atletico Madrid moving like the Avengers and doing their own version of the Galacticos, getting Julian Alvarez today, Conor Gallagher, Sorlo, Lenormand, and Javier Guerra. And then Barcelona, what do they do? Because I really think, I really do believe in my heart of hearts that Dani Olmo was not a signing that was needed for the sporting project, but to not be set behind the other two. You know what I'm saying? That this is like, if your group of best friends, right, they're all buying tickets for a concert, you don't want to be the one that stays behind. If they all make it to the football team, you're going to practice extra hard because you don't want to be the one guy that stays behind. Same goes here. All the teams are buying brand new toys. You don't want to be left behind. Everyone's buying the brand new shirt for next season. You don't want to be left behind. So what did Barcelona do? Which again, this is crazy that we're slandering Barcelona or criticizing Barcelona for signing a player like Dani Olmo. But Dani Olmo is playing in a position, will be playing in a position in a team that already has Pedri, Gundogan, Fermín freaking Lopez, who's playing mad at the Olympics, Frenkie de Jong, and worst comes to worst, you have Pablo Torre from La Masia. So you have 5 players. And you went ahead and bought another one for 60 million. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Do I think he's a great signing as a player? Yeah. You're getting a player of the quality of Dani Olmo in your squad? Absolutely. But like we said at the beginning of the video, you had 2 main issues. You have no DM, no proper center defensive mid, and you have no left winger. That was supposed to be Joshua Kimmich or somebody else, and Nico Williams. You have none. And you went ahead and spent the money on Dani Olmo on a position that you were already finding? Are we really doing that, Barcelona? Laporta. Deco. What are you guys doing? Because Barcelona fans, believe me, I'm a Madrid fan. I'm more than happy with my club. And I'm going to focus on my club. And I really only care what my club does for my happiness. But when another club acts like this, I put myself in those shoes. And I'm like, really? Really? Is that the best you could come up with? I don't get it. See you next video.